Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
All right, welcome back. We continue to bring public officials on, giving you updates on Hurricane Francine. And joining us now, the Lafourche Parish President, Mr. Archie Chaisson. Cool, calm, and collected. He's been through the gambit, so he is battle-tested. And Archie, good to see you. Got any rest?
Yeah, we finally got a little sleep this weekend, Martin. It was good.
All right. All right, give us an update on the homes that were flooded, the different things going on in Lafourche, and we give you the floor.
Yeah, about 99% powered back up with energy and Sleeka. Few, kind of about 150 customers that are individual that are still without power while energy works through some individual tickets. So on that front, we're doing really well. We do know we have about 30 homes that flooded across Lafourche, mostly in northern Lafourche and the Thibodeau area. Just a tremendous amount of rain up that way, 8 or 10 inches of rain in a couple of hours. Just oversaturated from the 13 inches we got last week. So a ton of water in that particular area. Luckily, it wasn't, if you flooded, it's never good, right? But it wasn't a tremendous amount of water in any of the homes. I think the highest amount we've seen so far in our damage assessments has been about 7 inches, and that was in a very low-lying part of a neighborhood. So those people continue to gut their homes and clean up, and we're working with them through the FEMA process to make sure we capture them in their damage assessments. So hopefully we get some type of public assistance on the back end of this. The delegation has asked for a full presidential declaration to include debris and public assistance. That went out last week. Congressman Carter stopped by the EOC last week as well. So we're leaning on him as the lone Democrat in the delegation to help us push that through with the White House. But Speaker Johnson, Majority Leader Scalise, and both Senator Kennedy and Cassidy have been a huge part of that effort as well, and we thank them for it. I thank the governor for his leadership in coming down last week as well with his department secretaries and allowing them to be with us and talk through some issues, as well as the FEMA administrator for doing that. So the debris operation started today in Lafourche. We have 2 trucks that are working their way through the central part of the parish right now with a maximum of what we think is going to be 5 trucks as we ramp up later this week. So we're hopeful to have kind of, the intercoastal north to about Highway 90 picked up this week, from Highway 90 to Lafourche Carlson picked up next week, and then be in that upper reach of the Thibodeau, area in week 3. But we're thinking within about a month, we're going to have all the debris picked up, probably somewhere close to, 90, 100,000 yards of debris on the ground. We know a bulk of it was going to come this weekend as people cleaned up their yards ahead of going back to work on Monday. But as people clean up, damaged structures, knock down sheds, finish trimming their trees, we know stuff is going to run out over the next couple of days and weeks. So we're prepared to handle that. But overall, Martin, the response is going really well. All of our partners across the parish and the port, the sheriff's office, our levee districts continue to work really hard to move water and protect people from flooding, especially in the 6th Ward area. So overall, really good response and really proud of the group that we have here.
A lot of people are asking me the last couple of days, compare this to Ida. Well, all right. There's no comparison, but for the people that had water in their homes, it was a different dynamic. They're going to go out and tell you it was worse than Ida because they got water in their home. So this did throw a little different curve to Thibodeau and other areas, didn't it?
It did, and really opened up eyes. Dylan Baroni, our Public Works Director, and I have had a lot of conversation the last couple of days about drainage in and around the city limits of Thibodeau and the need to have more kind of retention and detention. A lot of growth happening in that area, and just the sheer amount of water that fell in that particular area. There's not a drainage system in the world that could have handled it, right? Even the system around New Orleans that cost the Corps $1 billion wouldn't have handled 10 inches of rain in an hour and a half, right? But the ability to manage that water after it falls, we brought in 4 additional portable pumps to the Layton pump station to help dewater that area. We had almost a foot of water inside the pump station itself. And that kind of is unheard of for that particular area. So yeah, if you flooded, it's not really wasn't really a good weekend for you. And I met with a lot of those residents on Saturday when I was in that area driving around. So we're going to continue to work with them and hopefully make them whole at the end of this.
Do you get any kind of federal, suppose you have to increase the reservoirs in that area. Can you get federal assistance to do that?
We can, and hopeful. We're still plugging away at, believe it or not, some of our pump station claims from Ida. So that's going to be a huge part of it. Depending on what happens with this, is going to depend on if we get any sort of hazard mitigation or mitigation money from it. But talking with Representative Fontenot, I'm going to try to schedule a meeting with Chairman Dove in the next couple of weeks. And drainage was a huge passion for him, of course, in Terrebonne Parish, and still is as a CPRA chairman. So we're going to lean on him and see if there's any dollars to help that area as we move around the next couple of weeks.
Well, you're right. If he's got a pretty big budget, I don't know what he can spend it on, but I'm sure water, anything with water, might fit the bill. So that would be a good one to do. Any other things that we need to let the public know with a minute and a half left that you want to leave them with?
Yeah, look, just continue to report those damages to our Emergency Operations Center, 985-537-7603. It's the best way for us to know. We had a couple of our permanent officials driving around this weekend on the flooded streets where we knew we had damage to try to recognize those assessments as well. But if we didn't get to you or didn't know about it on a street that maybe was a one-off and you were the only person that had an issue, please call that number and let us know so we can record it. It's going to help on the back end of public assistance as we report that to GOSEP and FEMA. Trash pickup is going to continue to try to catch itself up over the course of the next couple of days. River Birch is really working really hard to pick up those missed cans and get back to a normal route. We're missing a couple of days due to Ida and then water on Highway 90 and not getting able to landfill. But just get the debris out to the curbside. We're going to pick it up over the course of the next couple of weeks and hopefully get back to normal as this week goes on.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you for always being transparent with us, and you're always on the line with us, giving us information. And I want to make a point today to thank everybody who makes sure that we come out of these hurricanes okay, and you're one of them and your team. So pass on our thanks to everybody because you'll always do an incredible job.
It's all about partnerships, Martin, and it's good to have people like you that give us the ability to get on the networks even during the storm and let people know what's going on. So thank you for all your hard work and the staff back at the station.
All right. Well, at least the Saints and LSU won Nichols. We're going to get them into conference play. We're going to do all right. But the other two, they brought a smile. All right. Thank you, Archie. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Martin.
Once again, the parish president of Lafourche Parish, Archie Chaisson.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights.